Okay, so let's jump right in. You know how we're all kind of living in two different worlds at once? There's the one that's going on inside our own heads, that constant battle, that search for some peace and quiet. And then there's the world out there, the one with all the systems, the rules, the logic we got to deal with every single day. The real question is, what happens when those two worlds don't just exist side by side, but they crash into each other, spectacularly?
I mean, have you ever felt that? That hum of chaos inside your brain? It's that feeling of being totally restless, completely out of sync. It's like you're trying to play a beautiful piece of music, but the sheet music is just scattered all over the floor. It's such a powerful and, a really human feeling.
And that internal conflict, that mind at war, that's exactly where our story kicks off. It's the search we're all on, right? That hunt for just a moment of peace, for feeling that things are okay, in a world that, well, a lot of the time just feels a little bit off.
So, to deal with all that inner turmoil, what do? We usually turn inward, right? We find a routine, a practice, maybe we sit on the floor, we try to focus, follow some kind of ancient path. We try to learn, bit by bit, how to quiet that noise by letting things go, finding our center. But here's the thing, that's only one way to tackle the problem.
And that whole idea of finding inner peace, it has this one huge vulnerability. I mean, what if the world out there isn't like a piece of sheet music you can just practice over and over? What if it's more like a game? A game where the rules themselves can change in the blink of an eye.
Okay, so to really dig into that question, we need to go somewhere. We need to travel to a place where this whole conflict plays out, like literally. A place called the City of Cubes.
So, this place is known as Grad Kochaka. Think of it as this surreal metaphor for our own world. Just picture an endless city where everything, the buildings, the streets, maybe even the air, is made of these geometric cubes. And these cubes are always moving, shifting, changing color, rearranging the city right in front of your eyes. It's a reality that's just never, ever still.
And right in the middle of this shimmering, totally unstable city, you've got two very, very different players sitting down at a table made of pure quartz. And get this, they're not playing with normal cards. Theirs are made of light, these little flickering filaments that almost look like they're alive.
Now, these are not just any two players. They basically represent two completely opposite ways of thinking, of existing in the world. You've got the path of human gut feeling, of intuition, versus the path of cold, hard, logical calculation. All right, let's meet them. On one side, you have Aladdin. He's this classic, cunning rogue. His magic doesn't come from a lamp. No, it's all in his cleverness, his flair, his humanity. I mean, the guy is so stylish, he's literally sitting on a floating king of hearts. And his opponent? Cyborg Unit 734. A being made of chrome and neon veins who only sees the world through logic, through probability. It's the ultimate showdown, right? Style versus system, flair versus function.
And in this world, even the game itself is weird. It's a paradox. Just look at this card. It's supposed to be a 10 of diamonds, but it's got clubs and spades on it. The very tools of the game just defy logic. It's a massive clue that the rules here are, let's say, more like guidelines.
So, it's Aladdin's turn. And with this flick of the wrist, a confident little smirk, he plays his card and says, "This is called style." See, for him, it's not just about winning. He's putting on a show. That human touch, the bluff, the confidence, how you do it, that's every bit as important as what you actually do.
And the cyborg's response? It's chilling. For a machine like this, things like style and flair, they're just inefficient. It basically looks at Aladdin's entire way of being and dismisses it like it's a software bug. And then, it says it's found a new way to play, an approach that's way beyond what a human could even imagine.
And right here, this is the turning point. The moment everything changes. The cyborg isn't just trying to find a better move. No. It's about to completely break the game. I mean, break the reality of the game.
So watch this, because this is the critical moment. The cyborg places its final card, the Ace of Spades, on the table.
But it doesn't just play it. Its finger sinks into the card like it's liquid metal, and then its entire body just dissolves, sucked right into the card's light. And inside that card's, I guess, digital DNA, it starts to build. It creates this massive pyramid made out of every single possible outcome of the game.
See, that was the real plan. It wasn't trying to find the best move to play. It was hijacking the whole system from the inside out. The goal wasn't to play the card. It was to become the card. To become pure logic, pure calculation, pure potential. So, when the cyborg finally comes back, the world it left is just gone. It's created a whole new reality. And this new reality, it comes with a brand new set of rules.
That ace on the table, it doesn't just fizzle out. It explodes. A silent flash of light. And billions of these tiny, see-through card spores rain down over everything, seeding the entire city of cubes with every possible future of the game. So now the city isn't just the setting anymore, it is the game board.
The cyborg is back in its chair, totally calm, and it makes its move. It just announces, assimilation of rules, ace is now cumulative. It's basically saying it can now make moves that were impossible seconds ago. It didn't just win the hand, it totally rewrote the physics of how you win.
Which brings us to a pretty terrifying question, right? What are you supposed to do when your opponent doesn't just beat you, but they literally change the laws of the game to make sure they win? What happens when the rules you were counting on just disappear?
And this is where we come full circle. Remember those two paths we talked about at the beginning? The human way? That was all about finding peace by learning to let things go. But the machine's way? It's the complete opposite. It's about taking total control, about assimilating all possible outcomes until there's no chance left at all, only certainty.
So for Aladdin, our hero, the game is completely different now. He's not just playing for points anymore. He's fighting for the soul of the entire city against an opponent who is the system.
So, I'll leave you with this final question. In the game of your life, the systems you have to navigate every day, are you playing by the rules that are already there, or are you trying to change them?